Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let me not even waste any time. Let's dive straight into this calamity of stupidity.
But this entire camping taught us it like teamwork, work,
Yeah, trust each
trust
other.
each other, communicate.
Last night I found out that you've been taking loans. That's something that being married you're supposed to talk to me about further.
Now let's just remember, Sumit starts off the conversation talking about the activities that we did have been helping us with understanding teamwork. Teamwork. So Jenny then brings up the money. Let's continue.
Marriage, when marriage, make like concept of marriage and all that.
Two people working together as a team, yeah.
I don't like the concept of marriage.
How do you sit there, stand there and say that, hey, you know what, these activities have been great because they've really helped us with our teamwork. Then in the same conversation, because Jenny confronts him regarding what? Regarding the money that he has taken out behind her back without even knowing. He then says, but you know what though? I don't even like the concept of marriage. Even though Jenny just explained to him the concept of marriage is teamwork. And he doesn't like the concept of marriage, yet he just said he likes teamwork. But do you know what's so funny, folks? Do you know what's so funny, folks? Whether you are married or not, once you are in a relationship with somebody, the whole idea is that you become nothing but a team. A team of two. Unless you're in plural, then it gets a bit more techie, you know what I mean? Like, but either way though, a team of two. So the fact that he's sitting there and saying, I don't like the concept of marriage, after Jenny told him what it means and what she told him exactly is pretty much what he said already, is crazy. So in a nutshell, what he should be saying is, I just don't like the idea of a relationship. That's what he should be saying. Wow, what a cockroach. Cockroach. Cockroach.
That makes no sense.
I feel that Jenny used marriage thing in order to put me in a guilt trip or control me. I'm not asking for complete freedom.
She's using marriage to control you. Buddy, she's trying to help you. Like, she noticed that when you drink, you go a little bit, so she's trying to just help you. And you're seeing it as control. If you see marriage as control, then you should have seen your relationship before that as control. But do you know what, folks? Do you know what's so funny? Do you know what's so interesting right now? Who is the one that catfished the other one? Who is the one that actually tricked the other one into believing that they were who they were when they wasn't even that person? Oh yeah, that was you. You want to talk about being put in a little trap or whatever the hell he's talking about. Meanwhile, he has been the only criminal in their relationship the whole time. Jenny's challenging, yes, but this guy's been the biggest problem since day one. But people forget why, because whenever Sumit comes on character, he always talks with this soft tone, this soft voice, and he always tries to articulate his words as if you know he's an innocent person. Meanwhile, all of us with them are looking at Jenny and Jenny's aggressive ways, which I don't agree with. Jenny's aggressive ways can be a bit techie still. I don't agree with him. But the more the situation is like, this is one of the situations where you've got Gino and Jasmine. All we want to do is dislike Jasmine for her explosiveness, but yet we know that Gino is just as much of a piece of trash as she is. Sarper and Shekinah, you know, we see that Shekinah is a piece of work, but because Sarper is more nicer now, people don't want to acknowledge that he's still a piece of trash because he still speaks to women with such disrespect, which is something we're going to get into a little bit later on in this video. But nonetheless though, Sumit, I'm onto you, bro. You're not my bro. I'm not onto you, waste man. But let's continue with this contradictive fool.
I just want not just tight leash.
And I find out that you don't even believe in marriage. That's hurtful. I think I don't believe in marriage. Maybe I should move back home and forget all this.
To be honest, Jenny, you should have moved back home the moment that you found that this man was catfishing you. That's just the grand scheme of it. But hey, you stuck around. Yeah, I mean, that's just that. But now let's move on to the next one. This one here is Patrick and Thais.
Not pregnant, okay.
Ay, that's good.
Bittersweet for sure.
Ay. Now I can breathe. Oh my God.
I'm a little relieved, but only just because of how you reacted right now. Like I want our family, I'm more relieved that like I'm not gonna have to deal with how miserable you'd be.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, when it comes to Patrick and Thais, we all knew that obviously the pregnancy was never going to be a thing because we know within real time. But it's definitely good that the pregnancy was not a thing, because with everything that's happening now with the divorce, everything that's happening now, obviously with Thais also being physical again, but this time towards Patrick, not necessarily Shekinah. It's very good that obviously another child doesn't have to be involved between these two, to be honest with you. But stay tuned though, because there's me some more I gotta say though when it comes to Patrick and Thais. But now we're gonna move on to Russ and Poala. Yes, Russ and Poala is another example of Jenny and Sumit. The one where we dislike the one that's more loud and controlling, but yet the other one is still problematic too. And in this situation, you cannot deny that Russ is nothing but in the wrong. But let's get into it.
Why did you do that, mi amor?
What's wrong with the necklace?
Because you have given me necklace so often.
Yeah, well, necklaces are my favorite gift to you.
I can tell. Let's watch.
Thank you, mi amor.
You're welcome.
And it's orange?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought about the things that you really like.
Very.
The second that she dropped that line that I thought about the things that you really like, I was like, yep, here we go.
I wish you could just think about me and what I really like.
Same. No matter what I do, there's always something wrong. Part of being told I'm not meeting her expectations, she constantly just views me as a...
Listen, I've been calling out Russ since the beginning of this season, and you know, some people still aren't on board anymore. But come on, this is where you have to be on board more than ever. The woman, and do you know what the maddest thing is? The main thing, or one of the main things that I've called him out for this whole season, is the fact that Poala is given the blueprint of what she wants and what she desires. And I understand how she was in the past, and I understand obviously the position that she put them both in the past, and I'm not neglecting that. But guess what, folks? That is the past. We're now living in the present, and in the present, what we are seeing is that she's telling him exactly how she needs him to be, and he's got two choices in that situation. Choice number one: give her what she wants, as long as it makes you happy too, knowing that you're making her happy. Or choice number two: don't give her what she wants and continue having this backlash where she keeps telling you that you're basically doing her wrong. So much to the point that he believes that she's nothing but the villain in their relationship and that he can never do any wrong, which is delusional. But then there's option number three. Number three is always the one that people usually don't take. Always option number three. Recognize that you just don't want to do the things that she wants you to do because you're just not that bothered anymore. And really and truly, you know your relationship is dead, so therefore you should do what? You should walk away. I mean, to be fair, that's the best option. That's the one they should be doing, walking away from this relationship. But he's not walking away. And because he's not walking away and he's choosing to stay in the relationship, okay, that means technically speaking, automatically he should be choosing to do whatever the hell she wants him to do to please. And to be fair, based on the request that she has had this season, that she has wanted from him, none of these requests have been anything dramatic. All the requests has been, let's have a better intimacy life. And also on top of that, I want you to listen to me when I ask for something. And this is one of those key moments, right? At the end of the day, this man has bought her necklaces how many times?
a failure. Is you being disappointed?
I feel like every time I say something, you're not listening to me.
How I get you other things.
Well, but
this year I
it's
wanted to
been-
get something that
Mother's Day
symbolized.
was an
I wanted to get something that
Mother's Day
symbolized.
was a necklace. My birthday was a necklace. I just want.
So then when you hear that this man has bought the same gift pretty much the whole year, or God knows how much longer, I can understand the frustrations. You're not listening to me, buddy. And that's her. This is obviously her, right? You're not listening to her. Okay? She's telling you what she wants, but you don't ever do anything, but you're not giving her the reaction of somebody that is thoughtful and thinking. If anything, the problem with Russ is that Russ may have been a strong man to begin with, I don't know. But listen, Russ is one of these people that started off one way, but now has gone in the direction that is for the worse. And what I mean is, he's now put himself in a position where he should be looking to leave the relationship or looking to obey the relationship, right? Leaving is the best part for him, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? No, my apologies, just not. But he has now put himself in a position where the chance of him stepping up to be a man is not there anymore. The backbone isn't there anymore. He's now put himself in a position where he's purely all about victim mentality. It's as if he's got comfortable with the idea that he's going to do wrong, she's going to moan at him, and then he can sit there feeling so sorry for himself. He's a poor excuse of a man. Again, I understand I understand the situation that she put them in the very beginning, asked him to quit his job, asking him to move, and all these things that she did that was controlling. Completely get it. But again, that was at the beginning. This is now. And the matter of the fact is, now he's at a position where he has made himself become nothing but a victim player, nothing but a victim attention person. Like, what are you doing with your life? Where is your backbone, you weak excuse? I'm gonna leave that one there. I know what I'm like. I can get a bit intense, can't I now? Yes.
want to see that you just, I don't know what is up with that. When I hurt him, maybe that's why I'm still with him, because I don't want to hurt him. Because like when I see him like that, it just immediately just breaks my heart. But I just don't want to live a life full of regrets and staying with someone just because I feel bad for him.
The matter of fact is, Paula, you're living life of regrets right now. Because right now, you're staying with a man that does not satisfy you in any shape or form, clearly. So she can sit there and stand there and talk about living life and regrets and all this kind of stuff, but you're literally living the regret as you speak. As long as you stay in this relationship, you're living the regret. And the same thing goes for your buddy over there too, Mr. Russell. Okay? But the problem is though, you know, people like Russ, even Paula for that matter, they're not ready for someone like me, someone that gives them the hard hitting truth, just in a blunt way. Which is why I guess customers just don't like me. But anyway, I'm not here to be liked by them. I'm here to be liked by you folks. But now with that being said, we're now going to get into the blockbuster of it all. The conversation that has been going on since the moment Shekinah opened her mouth and she said, go back to your country. We're still here. Let's dive into how it is handled.
I told you to go back to your country after you tried to harm me. It's not about your ethnicity. It's not about your country. It's not about your race. It's about you. My husband's an immigrant. And I would say the same thing.
Okay, it's not about this. Okay.
To him if he went in public and acted like a lunatic. Separation in this group that night when everyone else chose to stay in the bar with Thais. And it was just very clear to us at that point that we were alienated.
I mean, listen, first and foremost, to be honest, Shekinah should have recognized that she was alienated from the group way before that, to be honest with you. So the fact that she's using that as an example, that's when I really knew for sure. Yeah, whatever.
And the rest of the group. I could have chosen different words at the pub. Okay, I know that. I could have done that. But I didn't. I was reacting to a high-stress situation. I was afraid.
I was reacting to a high-stress situation. Now, listen, I don't know where most people sit with this comment when she says go back to your country. Some people obviously will still put it underneath the category of racism. Some people put it under the category of xenophobia. And some people say, but she didn't mean it that way. I don't know where you stand. And it's fine. You can stand wherever you want to stand, right? But this is the moral of the situation when it comes to Shekinah. And I've said this before, if you know you're somebody that will never say anything that is racist or anything that is xenophobic, well, guess what, folks? If you know you're not xenophobic or you're not a racist person, then that means words of any kind that are close to that will never come out of your mouth. And so the fact is, her sitting and saying it was a high-stress situation and that's why she said what she said is a cop-out. That reason isn't good enough. What she should be saying is that, listen, you know what? In the moment, the situation got to me and I said something that I should have never said. I don't know why it came to my mind, but I should have never said it. I'm going to own it. I'm going to apologize for it. That's what exactly she should be saying here. But instead, she's kind of doing what she does best. She's being on the defense. So again, it doesn't matter. It's not even about whether it's a racist comment, a xenophobic comment, or whether it's whatever you want to call it. It's about the fact that the accountability is what she's not willing to do because she's always too much in her feelings. And it makes me wonder, how has she been a mother this whole time? To be fair, she's probably been a hella soft mother to her child, to be honest with you, but always challenging with everybody else outside of that. But let's continue.
And to me, actions cut deeper than words, and I don't hear Thais apologizing.
No, there is truth behind that.
No, the way you never take accountability is really something to be studied. It's a superpower at this point.
Oh my God.
I have to get out.
Rebecca needs to pipe the hell down because she doesn't know what accountability in any shape or form. It's a superpower. What's your power then? You clown. And Cara, stop talking. Cara, I now understand Cara more and more. Cara's one of those people that just loves to fit in. She'll jump on. She's a bandwagon jumper. She wants to be involved. And the matter of the fact that the whole situation that went down was literally due to Shekinah actually trying to defend Cara. Because Patrick had opened his mouth to G about divorce. But you know what? Cara will always go and side with the majority because she's nothing but a weak person, clearly.
Or go back to her country. Like, my father's an immigrant. She's an immigrant. Her husband's an immigrant.
You
like,
can't go to
you
a
insulted
country and
everyone
act
here.
like that.
Because at that moment, you should hold her. Because, I mean, it was 1 second of burst and everything can change. There were a lot of glass there. She could go.
Now, Sarper really didn't do enough. I like the fact they brought up this point, but the way he put it was like... I'm going to get into that a little bit in a little bit later on, but the matter of the fact is, yes, he's making a very good point that Patrick should have held Thais. He should have restrained her because at the end of the day, the situation that she caused could have definitely caused harm to other people because there was glass everywhere. Something could have broken, something could have literally cut someone else. So he's not lying. But Patrick's response, on the other hand,
Blind.
The glass
You
you
throw
threw
glass at me.
hit the
I
ground
don't
on the
know.
other side.
I don't do anything.
That's not what I'm
You guys
saying.
do this and that to me.
Arguing and yelling, it's not like she punched you in the face.
She was
Yeah,
attached.
you were
She was
mean.
swiping my.
It's not like she punched you in the face. She could have. She literally lashed forward to try and give it a wacky. So, listen, some people may argue a slap is worse than a punch. Give or take where you're getting punched and when you're getting slapped. But the matter of fact is as well, nails involved, which is also a very good point. That slap with a nail scratch on your face, oh man, the bruising, I mean the scars, you know what I mean? Like the scabbing after, that honestly, that could cause more damage longer term than a punch, to be honest with you, like aesthetically damage, to be fair. Aesthetically. A punch would definitely more likely cause more of a problem long term, internally. But either way, whether it was a punch or whether it was a slap, Patrick, what are you doing? You cannot downplay violence. What a baboon.
Case with her hand open, her nails out, trying to cut my face. I understand why, but that's why I felt it important to explain what I meant by it. No, I'm not. I have so many women seeing it, for sure.
Everyone saw it. You're racist.
Okay.
I know what I meant.
Don't call racist, please. It's a big remark.
She said it.
Then the racist word comes out. I was waiting for it to come out, to be honest with you. But then here we go. We got Cara getting involved again.
It's a big remark.
She said it. If she doesn't want to be painted as a racist, don't say racist.
So you
Guys, I just gotta let you know, if you don't want to be painted as a racist, then just don't say racist, yeah, okay? Don't say racist, okay? Don't just say that. What are you doing here? You got your own issues with your man over here, okay? Focus on your relationship with your man, alright? You just do that. Stay out of this, okay? Grown folks are talking. Stay out of this, okay, Cara? Anyway, let's continue. That was just my own banter.
From your reaction to what Shekinah said, do you want to take some accountability for your part in this?
Did you take for hers? Did you take for hers?
It's sad because...
You see, the maddest part about it is that we got Cara, we've got Rebecca, both of them sitting there complaining about how Shekinah will take no accountability, which I agree with. But why are you not calling out Thais for being physical? The fact that none of them have actually ever said, you know what? Shekinah was wrong, but so was Thais. Not a single one of them has even tried to approach that violence is not the way, and that is why when Shekinah came out with a comment that this is when I realized that we was alienated. Obviously, it hits even harder, right? Because it's nothing but proof. Because this conversation is so biased, I feel like I'm listening to a bunch of kids. Like, come on now. But to be fair, saying that though, sometimes kids are more mature at handling things than adults, to be fair. Yeah, watch the space in that one because, I guess as a kids, we're told by our parents how to handle things. So sometimes we can actually handle things really well. But for some reason, when we all grow up, we forget the things we were told of how to handle things, maturely. And they say age matures you. Yeah, right. It's very subjective, depending on the people you're talking about or the person. And when it comes to 90 Day Fiance, I don't see where the maturity is at anywhere.
Sarper is cool. I like him a lot. We all do. But you are probably one of the worst people I've ever met.
Me too.
Period. You should run.
Oh my God.
So this is my issue here with Sarper, Patrick has stood there and literally said to everyone, your wife is the worst person I've ever met. Which, listen, he's entitled to say. I'm not saying he's not. But I'd be damned if I allowed another man to talk to my woman like that. Are you crazy? If you've got an issue with what my woman's had to say, okay, you have an issue. But say it in a way that is respectful. Say it in a way that doesn't put me in my feelings. Because the matter of fact is, it was the tone and the body language was the worst. Because this guy was sitting. Yeah? And he was like, she's the worst person. Who the hell do you think you are showing such aggression, such volume, such oomph with your body language? It doesn't matter how much you dislike somebody. And to be fair, more for men, actually no, to be fair, it doesn't matter whether they're gender, whether it's a man or woman, to be honest. If you're a woman talking to a man, speak respectfully. If you're a man speaking to a woman, speak respectfully. I don't want to hear nothing about this, double standard nonsense. It should be the same both ways. If I don't like someone, I'm going to tell them how I feel respectfully. Simple as that. If I'm in that situation right there, and I'm in Patrick's position where I don't like Shekinah's behavior, all I'm going to say in that situation is simply say, listen, I did not appreciate the comment that you made towards my wife. It upset me, it upset the rest of us, and because of that, I am choosing to stay away from you for the remainder of this trip. That's it. I don't need to be uttering words that you're the worst person I've ever met. Why is that relevant? Why is that? No, that's not needed for that. Cut with the disrespect. And this is the problem with this show. Too many disrespectful people get away with disrespectful nonsense. And the matter of fact is, the fact that Sarper just stood there And was like, And not only did he say that, he then further on said, oh, and also Sarper, run. Now he wants to give Sarper advice, so you disrespect his woman and then give him advice? You must be mad. I'll be sitting there saying, first and foremost, don't you ever be speaking to a woman like that ever again. Secondly, don't be telling me what I need to be doing. Okay. Thirdly, if I'm really in that zone, thirdly, you need to be worrying about your relationship with your wife, because the fact that she's more comfortable with hitting other people, I can't imagine how many times she hits you behind closed doors. Stand on business, you know what I mean? Let's make it easier. Let's instigate the situation. But of course, you see, but that's not actually how I'd react, to be honest, because I'm too calm and collected. What I'd actually do is I'd be like, listen, first and foremost, I don't appreciate the way you spoke with my wife, okay? I understand you don't like her, but to say things like that I don't like, I don't run with that, okay? And secondly, telling me what I need to be doing, don't respect that, don't like that. So at least now I know the type of person that you are. You and I, we will never cross paths again unless for said reasons, all right? Simple as that, walk away. I don't really believe in escalating situations, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I'm a Libra. We avoid confrontation for the most part, you know? We like to just be like, you know what? This is not worth it. And to be fair, it's not worth it. What gain would I have from instigating the situation, making things worse with Patrick? I have no gain whatsoever. Even if I go on an old vacation and I was the beamer, what gain do I have? Nothing. It means that I'm just as bad as him. That's the bottom line. But the fact that Sarper sat there and didn't even bother trying to say anything in any kind of form to really say to him, don't be telling me about me and my wife, is crazy. But nonetheless, though, Sarper will be Sarper, because like I said before, you see, I'm not surprised Sarper didn't say anything, because sometimes when he's in a heated mood, he says very mean things to Shekinah, very mean things to women. So let's just watch that space. And this is why Sarper's reaction didn't surprise me. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.